Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to today's vlog, Vlogmas Day 11, December 11th. We're still doing it, going strong. Another morning, editing a bunch of videos. Got 2 videos done this morning, posted a bunch of shorts as well. Life of a full-time YouTuber. We are going to go ahead and head to the gym since it's just after 12 o'clock. And then later on today, I do have to cut my hair and then I gotta do something with my bikes. I think I either want to clean my TCR from the gravel ride the other day and then maybe ride it outside, or I'll just hook it back up to the indoor trainer just because I'm realizing that the indoor trainer is valuable when it's cold outside and it's just not a nice day to ride outside, but the indoor trainer actually is better because it's a lot easier to just throw in a pair of gym shorts and a t-shirt like this, hop on and get your miles in. So as always, glad you're here. Let's get the show on the road. All right. Gym session was very, very good, as it always is. So I mentioned going for a bike ride today after the gym, but it kind of had me thinking there's something on my mind. What's better, going to the gym or cycling? Riding bikes like that, doing cardio, what's better? Strength training or cycling? Let's talk about it. All right, take a seat for this one. I like taking seats sometimes on this little stool. So for me personally, where my goals are for fitness, for health, for just being able to move your body without having joint pain, the gym does come out ahead almost all the time for that reason. However, for me, I still love riding my bikes, so I would not ditch my bikes for the gym in the long run. So good old pros and cons list. Pros of the gym. It's indoors. As long as the gym is open, it doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, cold, super hot. It doesn't matter. It's like you're inside right here, like being inside. If it's cold out, if the elements are doing something crazy outside, it doesn't matter. So that is one big plus from the gym. To get to the gym can be a little bit challenging if the weather's doing whatever it's doing something crazy. But for the most part, a normal winter jacket, normal sneakers, a t-shirt, and some gym pants like I have on. Got on a pair of gym pants, just Under Armour gym pants. Once you get to the gym, you're good. You're closed from the elements. You don't have to worry about if it's raining. Now, pro number 2, and this is a pro for me just because of the kind of workouts that I do, it seems to take less effort mentally and physically. Now, when I'm riding my bikes, I'm out there riding in New York City traffic, I'm riding up and down hills, I'm dealing with a whole lot of stuff. I don't have to worry about that in the gym. It's a more controlled environment. I don't have to worry about making sure that I have lights on my bike. I don't have to worry about making sure the car sees me. It's a lot more controlled. And the workouts that I do, which are just full body strength training, I do lift decently heavy for me, but I don't go all out. I more do volume. It's a bit easier. I know what I'm doing. I do almost the same workouts. I rotate them here and there, but mentally it's easier. Physically it's even easier unless I go 2 or 3 times a day. Then it gets tough. But going to the gym 4 times a week, doing those strength training is actually easier for me mentally and physically. And if I've got a busy day or I'm just not feeling it, it's always easier for me to go to the gym just because it only takes me maximum 2 hours to go to the gym. The third pro of the gym is just, I like the environment of the gym. I like going to the gym. It's my safe haven. What did I call it in a few videos? It's my sanctuary. I pop my headphones in. I have noise cancellation headphones. I pop my headphones in. I listen to my music. And it's really special to me and I really enjoy working towards a goal. And there must be something in the atmosphere of the gym because a lot of other people are in there for the exact same reason that I'm there. So they pretty much, you can feed off of that energy. Everyone's just trying to work toward their fitness goals, whether it's trying to slim down, trying to do a lot of cardio, trying to build some strength, trying to build muscles, bodybuilders, guys trying to bulk up a little bit like me, but not go too crazy. I believe you can really feel that energy in the gym if everyone's working towards the same goals, even though we're all just sitting there with our headphones on doing our own thing. Cons of the gym. Well, number 1, it's an ongoing cost. Most gyms, unless you have your own home gym, which is very expensive and you need a lot of space, so you need to rent a bigger apartment, you have to pay every month a certain amount of money to go to the gym. My gym is a bit on the expensive side, over $50 a month, but since I go 3 to 4 times a week, it is totally worth it for me. If the closest gym to you charges you $80 a month and you can only get there once or twice a month, that's a lot. So it's an ongoing cost. Either way you slice it, you want to go to the gym, you're going to have to pay. The second you stop paying, you don't have a membership. Con number 2, gyms get crowded, especially around peak times. Peak times tend to be in the morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., Monday through Friday. Peak times also tend to be from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Friday during the week. And a lot of times midday, mid-morning on the Saturdays and Sundays, those are when peak times are. just because most people are working 8 to 5 and then they get off at 5, so they get into the gym between 6 and 7. And then some people may get off work early, so they get in the gym at 4 or 5. So the gym does get very busy around those peak times. And if you work an 8 to 5, you might not have the luxury or the choice to go at 12 o'clock during the day like I went today. What that means is if you have a program or you have a strict routine and you're trying to write your workouts down, you may not be able to hit the leg press or the squat rack or the chest press. It seems like everyone loves chest press. I'm constantly having to wait my turn for the chest press. Because there are a lot of members, there is more of a risk that the machines, the good machines that everyone wants to use, are going to be unavailable. So you're going to have to work around those peak times at the gym. The third con I can think of is actually a public place. Being in a public place is not a con in itself. However, maybe you're not feeling too hot. Maybe you're a bit tired. You just want to get in, get a quick workout. You want to have to deal with leaving the house, leaving the apartment. So being in that public place, a lot of times you don't have a lot of space. So if you're a bit tired or you're just in a more chill mood, it can be a bit tougher to actually go out in public and get things done. But one thing you can do to combat this is just try to go when it's not that busy. My experience would be Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights especially, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. Those are the times that it's not going to be as busy as Saturday, Sunday during the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays after work. So that's the gym. Now let's talk about cycling. So a couple of pros about cycling. It's totally free. You can ride your bike wherever you want, whenever you want. You don't have to pay money. Once I bought these bikes, once I bought this bike, for example, that's it. It doesn't cost me anything to take this bike outside, strap on my helmet, just put my lights on if it's dark out, and go. It's totally free. I can ride wherever I want. I don't have to worry about constantly paying a membership. And if I don't ride this bike or any of my bikes for a few days or even a few weeks, it's not an ongoing cost that I'm going to have to pay for if I want to go away on vacation or go away for a few weeks. And I'm not going to feel guilty about paying for something that I'm not using. Pro number 2 is cycling is just really fun. I've always really enjoyed riding bikes. There's something just awesome and something that's really fun about being on a vehicle like this that you actually power yourself, because now you're getting places much faster than you would if you were walking, but you're also using your own power. So riding your bike outside, extremely rewarding, extremely fun. The third pro of cycling is it's an easy way to get around. Now, I don't use my bikes a lot to run errands. I have everything I need on foot, and then I have the train, and then I have the cars. I pretty much use everything else. I don't like to lock my bike up just because I don't want it to leave it locked up on the street for an hour or two, and then I'm always going to be thinking about if someone gets stolen. But you can buy cheaper bikes and you could actually just get a couple of locks, and now instead of having a 30-minute walk to the train, your 30-minute walk, you pretty much can get there in 10 minutes or less depending on traffic and depending on the conditions of the roads you're riding on. If you have an hour walk, you can basically do that bike ride in a half an hour, or if you're in good shape, you can do it in 20 minutes. And the next pro for cycling would be, at least for me, it's a lot of fun, but it keeps me in shape. Cardiovascular exercise is something that we all need, but sometimes it's not very easy. It can be boring to just walk. I don't really like running. Sometimes it's tough to work cardio into our daily routines. But cycling, it's something that when the weather's great, I ride my bikes all the time. I really have a lot of fun. And this actually can make my heart and lungs very healthy, which just means I'm more alert. I can lift better in the gym. I'm sleeping better. Overall, across the board, cycling for cardio is just a win, 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 win. There are no negatives when it comes to the cardio benefits that you get from cycling. Cons of cycling. There are a few. Let's talk about them. Number 1 con is you're out there exposed to the elements. Right now, time of filming this video, it is December 11th. It's very cold. I was going to go for a bike ride today, but it's cold and windy. Not very easy to get motivated on those cold and windy days. Plus, not to mention, you turn a corner, now all of a sudden you get a face full of headwind. That is just very daunting. It's just not very motivating. And it's hard to get out there if it's cold, wet, or rainy. It's a lot easier to do something like go to the gym or just do something else. Now, with being exposed to the elements, the next con is going to be that you're exposed to the environment. You don't have as much control of your environment because you're out in public. I actually, about year and a half ago, I was riding my bike in one of the parks here in the city, here in Queens, and an unleashed dog ran in front of me, and I panic braked, and I actually fell. And it was a pretty bad fall, although I was okay. I hit my head, I hit my shoulder. My shoulders hurt for a while. but I could not control that unleashed dog that ran in front of me. The only thing I can do is now just scan the area and make sure there are any little kids that are going to be running in front of me, any little dogs that are going to be running in front of me, because I can't just barrel through at 20 miles an hour. If it's a populated area, I'm only going 10, 12 miles an hour maximum because I don't have control over my environment. And that's a big negative because no matter what happens, whether you're right, whether the pedestrian's right, you're going down and it's going to hurt. I could promise you that. So mentally, it's a lot more challenging just because you always have to worry about, is someone going to cross and then I'm going to have to stop and they're not going to look because they're just going to assume that I'm going to stop no matter what. Is a dog going to run in front of me and then take me out? Is a basketball going to come out in front of me and then a little kid's going to run without looking in the street? That's all the things you're exposed to if you're out there cycling, and it can be very tough mentally to deal with all that stuff while trying to have a good time, and it can suck a lot of the fun and the motivation out of the sport. To piggyback off of that con, the next con are going to be you're out there in the road. Here in New York City, and I think in a lot of places in the United States, although I really don't know, you need to be on the street. You need to be either in the bike lane or on the street. If you ride your bicycle on a sidewalk, you can get a ticket by the police. So you're basically right next to the car. Now think about it. If the car does something, or if a driver does something, maybe it's not a mistake, maybe they don't see you, they may turn into you and hit you. Again, you're going down and it's going to hurt. Whereas if a car hits another car, it's a fender bender, they get out, everyone says you're okay, no problem. So you're exposed to the traffic in a lot of situations, and that could potentially be very, very dangerous and very, very scary if you're not used to it or if you're not super smart about it. And just a couple of notes about that, I would say always ride with caution, always use bright flashing lights unless it's bright daylight, always assume no one can see you, don't just go in front of someone because you have the right of way, because it doesn't matter who has the right of way. If you collide with them because they run a stop sign, they're 100% wrong, but guess what? You're the one that went down. You're the one that your bike is all screwed up. You're the one in the hospital. You're the one with the head injury. So you gotta just be careful, always be very defensive. If you don't think someone's gonna stop, stop. Let them blow the stop sign, let them hit someone else. Those are just a couple of things that I do to keep myself safe and just to relax my mind a bit. The next con we're going to talk about is price. I mentioned price before. There are no ongoing costs. Not really. However, when you buy a bike, you're going to have to maintain it. So you're going to have to buy an inner tube. You're going to have to buy tires. You need a helmet. You need lights. Eventually, you're going to want to get a cycling computer because you don't want to use your phone. Your phone battery is going to be running out if you put it up here on the handlebars. You're going to want to get cycling shoes. You're going to want to get gloves. You're going to want to get cold weather gear, hot weather gear. It is a black hole. It is a money pit. So when you look at the price of a bicycle, especially if you have some performance bicycles like I do, they can be into the thousands of dollars. And then your helmets, the better helmets are a lot more money, but you should never skimp on a helmet because you only get one brain. Cycling apparel that's comfortable is actually going to be a lot more money. Cycling apparel in the winter weather is a lot more money. An indoor trainer like I have over here in this corner is very expensive to buy. Not to mention now you have the ongoing cost of a program like Zwift, which I have and pay about $15 or so a month. So the cost of entry is very high, and a lot of these things you buy once and then that's it. There's no cost to continue using it. Like I bought this bike a while ago. It's not costing me any money to have it here. There are no membership costs that I have to pay constantly to have it. However, if you look at all the other things, the jackets, the pants, the shirts, the jerseys, the helmets, the sunglasses, it all starts to add up, and it could be a lot more expensive than paying $50 or even $100 a month to go to your gym down the block. So that is a lot of pros and cons. It's just something that was on my mind. What I end up doing is in the colder months in the winter, I tend to go to the gym a lot more often. I do get out there on the bike every once in a while. If it's a little bit more of a mild day, I have the right attire, I have the right apparel, I have a hat that goes under my helmet, I have good gloves, I have scarves. So I'm okay with that. However, I also utilize a trainer, an indoor trainer like that. This is something that's become very valuable, and it's really helped me to get my miles in while it's cold, wet, rainy, and snowy. Not to mention the indoor trainer is good as well if you're concerned with it being late at night. Maybe a car won't see you, especially around the holidays. There's a lot more cars on the road. Everyone's kind of in a rush. People may not see you. So an indoor trainer is actually something that's great because it takes away, now you can do it in a controlled environment inside of your apartment, inside of your house. Now in the summertime, that's when I tend to cycle more than going to the gym. I still go to the gym 3 times a week in the summer, but I do tend to favor cycling a little bit more just because it's a little bit easier to get out there when it's a nice warm summer day, summer evening, or even summer night. I find summer nights are nice to ride around in, especially if it's super hot, because when the sun goes down, it's nice to get out there on a warm summer night. Now, I would say you should definitely do cardio and strength training, because if you do just strength training and no cardio, you're not going to be able to lift as heavy. But then if you do just cardio and no strength training, you're going to be skinny. But then as soon as you stop doing your cardio, you're actually going to just gain all of your weight back. So like I said at the beginning when we sat down, when I just got back from the gym, my long-term results, I would always pick the gym, saying that that's the way I want my body to look. And it's also better for my joints, better for the way that I move. But cycling is good for me to keep lean, keep my heart healthy, keep my lungs healthy, and just overall get better energy and just feel better overall. So I've got to go cut my hair and then take a shower. As always, thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.